A 67-year-old retired nurse showed up at Newark Airport last month with one checked bag, same airline she'd flown for 20 years, same route she'd taken a dozen times, same bag she'd always checked for free. She was charged $80 before she ever reached the gate. Nothing she packed had changed. The rules had. Airlines quietly rewrote their baggage policies in 2026, and they made sure you wouldn't notice. Over 40 million travelers over 60 have already been hit by fees they never saw coming. I'm breaking down every single change, starting with the one that's costing seniors the most. Number 6. The free bag assumption trap. Here's what airlines removed without a single announcement. For decades, international flights included one free checked bag. It was standard. It was expected. Travelers over 60 built their entire packing routine around it. Gone. A 71-year-old retired teacher flew from Newark to Cancun in January, a route she'd taken every winter for 11 years. She packed the same bag, booked the same airline, assumed the same rules applied. At the counter, she was charged $40 each way, $80 total, for a bag that had always been free. Here's what airlines did. They quietly reclassified short-haul international routes, U.S. to Canada, U.S. to Mexico, as domestic equivalent flights. No free bag, no warning, no email. Southwest was the last holdout. Their bags fly free policy was a 50-year promise to travelers. They ended it in 2026. The moment they did, Delta, United, American, and JetBlue all raised their own fees by $5 per bag within 90 days. That's not a coincidence. That's coordination. Your action plan. Never assume international means free bag. Verify at booking. Check your specific fare class, not just the airline's general policy. Always prepay baggage at booking. It's the cheapest moment to do it. The magic phrase. Does this fare class include a checked bag allowance for my specific route? Ask this before you pay for anything else. That fee alone costs seniors over 60 an estimated $340 million per year. But the next rule change is quieter and far more dangerous. Number 5. The cutoff window. They moved without telling you. Most travelers over 60 know to arrive early. That's not the problem. The problem is the cutoff window moved, and nobody sent a memo. United and American both changed their domestic baggage cutoff from 30 minutes to 45 minutes before departure in 2025. What that means, if you arrive at the bag drop counter with 40 minutes until your flight, the system locks agents out completely. They cannot override it. They cannot help you. Your bag does not get on that plane. A 64-year-old retired accountant from Phoenix arrived 42 minutes before his flight to Chicago. He'd flown that route 30 times. He knew the old cutoff. He didn't know it had changed. His bag stayed in Phoenix. He flew without it. Here's what airlines won't tell you. The automated system enforces this cutoff with zero human discretion. The agent at the counter isn't difficult. They are literally locked out of the system. Your action plan, domestic flights, arrive to bag drop 90 minutes before boarding. International flights, arrive 2.5 to 3 hours before boarding. Never rely on cutoff times you learned more than 6 months ago. They change. Insider move. Check your airline's current baggage cutoff time on their website the night before your flight. It takes 60 seconds. It has saved travelers from missing their flights entirely. But the cutoff window is just the beginning. The next change is the one that makes me angry, because it's designed to punish the people who can least afford it. Number 4, the price escalation ladder. Airlines didn't just raise baggage fees, they built a punishment system for travelers who don't know the rules. Here's exactly how it works. The cheapest moment to pay for your checked bag is at the time of booking. Every hour that passes after that, the price quietly climbs. By the time you reach the airport without prepaying, you are paying the maximum penalty rate. Delta's first checked bag, $35 at booking, $45 online after booking, $65 at the airport counter. That $30 difference is not accidental. Airlines know that travelers who don't prepay are often infrequent flyers, seniors who book through a travel agent, or travelers who simply never saw the baggage ad on screen. A 69-year-old woman from Florida booked her flight through a travel agent. The agent handled everything, except the baggage fee. She arrived at the airport, paid $65 for one bag, and had no idea she could have paid $35 3 weeks earlier. That's $30 extracted from someone on a fixed income, multiplied across 40 million senior travelers per year. Type this in your notes right now. Book bag, pay bag, same day, every time. Your action plan. Pay for checked bags the moment you complete your flight booking. If booking through an agent, specifically ask, has the baggage fee been prepaid? Screenshot your baggage receipt. Airport agents have been known to charge again. The magic phrase, I'd like to prepay my checked baggage allowance right now at the booking rate. This isn't about scaring you away from flying. It's about making sure airlines can't profit from what you don't know. After this video, they can't. Now, if you're finding this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss another rule change airlines are hoping you'll miss. Because this next one doesn't just cost you money, it costs you your bag entirely. Number 3. The International Connection Trap. On most international itineraries with a connecting flight, you are required to collect your checked bag after the first flight, clear customs with it, and recheck it before your connection. Skip that step, and your bag sits at the connection airport while you fly on without it. Airlines do not announce this at the gate. The automated check-in kiosk does not flag it. The confirmation email buries it in paragraph 9 of the terms section. A 73-year-old couple flew from Atlanta to Rome with a connection in London. They followed every sign, boarded their connection on time. I arrived in Rome. Their bags were in Heathrow. Nobody told them to collect and recheck. They assumed, reasonably, that bags checked to Rome would arrive in Rome. Here's the rule. If your itinerary crosses a customs border, your bag crosses it with you, in person, at the carousel. Your action plan. At check-in, ask this exact question. Is my bag checked through to my final destination, or do I collect and recheck at my connection? Write the answer down. Confirm it with the agent twice. Allow minimum 2.5 hours for international connections. Customs takes longer than airlines estimate. Insider move. If your connection is under 2 hours on an international itinerary, call the airline before you fly and ask them to flag your reservation for expedited baggage transfer. Some airlines offer this. None of them advertise it. That one phone call has saved travelers from a 3-day wait for their luggage, but the next trap doesn't happen at the connection. It happens before you even leave home. Number 2. The bundle trap at booking. Airlines have quietly redesigned their booking screens to make the expensive option look like the only option. Here's exactly what they're doing. When you add a checked bag during booking, you'll see 2 choices. Option A, just the bag, $35. Option B, a travel bundle, bag plus seat selection plus priority boarding for $89. The bundle is presented first. It's highlighted. It has a check mark already selected. Most travelers click through without realizing they've just paid $54 extra for things they didn't ask for and may not need. A 66-year-old retired engineer from Seattle booked a round trip to visit his grandchildren. He thought he was paying $35 for a bag. He paid $89. He didn't notice until he checked his credit card statement 3 days later. Airlines call this ancillary revenue optimization. I call it a trap, built specifically for travelers who move through booking screens quickly and trust that the pre-selected option is the right one. Your action plan: slow down on the baggage screen, read both options fully before clicking. If you don't need seat selection or priority boarding, choose the bag-only option. Look for the smaller, less prominent Add Bag Only link. It's always there, always harder to find. The magic phrase: I want the checked bag only, not the bundle. Say it out loud before you click. It sounds simple. It saves $54 every single trip. Pro tip: on a round trip, That bundle trap appears twice, once for each flight. Most travelers catch it the first time and miss it the second. And now, the rule change that affects every single checked bag going through a U.S. airport. Everyone. Number 1. The TSA scan rule nobody talks about. Every checked bag going through a U.S. airport is scanned by the TSA, every single one. Most travelers over 60 don't know this. They assume TSA only checks carry-ons at the security line. They're wrong, and that assumption is costing them. If the scanner flags anything in your checked bag, TSA opens it, without you present, without notifying you first, and they are not required to repack it carefully. A 70-year-old woman flying home from Hawaii packed a heating pad, a portable blender, and 3 wrapped Christmas gifts. All legal, all allowed. The TSA opened her bag. The gifts were unwrapped. The blender was moved. The heating pad wires were pulled out and left loose. She found the TSA notice at the bottom of her suitcase, under everything they'd moved. Here's what triggers a search: dense items that block the scanner, wrapped packages, wired devices that aren't clearly identifiable, and certain food items that appear solid on the scanner. Here's what Airlines and TSA both hope you never realize. TSA is legally required to leave a written notice inside your bag if they open it. If your bag has been disturbed and there is no notice, that is not a TSA inspection. Document it immediately and file a report at the baggage claim desk before you leave the airport. Your action plan: never wrap gifts before flying. Wrap at your destination. Pack wired items in clear Ziploc bags with the device fully visible. Use packing cubes. TSA agents repack cubes far more carefully than loose items. Place a printed packing list on top of your belongings. It signals an organized, low-risk bag. Insider move: TSA agents are required to leave a notice. No notice plus disturbed contents equals potential theft. You have the right to file a claim. Most seniors don't know this. Now you do. Rule of thumb: if it has wires, wrap it clear. If it's a gift, wrap it there. Critical rules for seniors flying in 2026. Here are the golden rules every traveler over 60 needs before their next flight. Rule number 1. Never assume international means free bag. Verify every time. Rule number 2. Domestic bag drop cutoff is now 45 minutes, not 30. Rule number 3. Prepay your bag at booking. It's always the cheapest moment. Rule number 4. At international connections, collect your bag, clear customs, recheck. Rule number 5. Skip the bundle, pay for the bag only. Rule number 6. Every checked bag is scanned, packed like the TSA is watching, because they are. Rule number 7. No TSA notice plus disturbed bag equals potential theft. Report it before you leave the airport. Baggage rules aren't random. They're a system, engineered to extract money from travelers who don't know they've changed. What feels like bad luck is actually a lack of information working against you. You now have the information. That changes everything. Now here's what most travelers over 60 don't realize. Everything I just showed you, the fee traps, the cutoff windows, the TSA scans, all of it gets worse when you don't know your legal rights at the airport because airlines changed the baggage rules. But federal law also gives you rights that airlines are required to honor and actively hope you never ask about. A 68-year-old woman used one of those rights to get a full $400 baggage fee refunded on the spot. The agent tried to say no. She said 4 words. It was over. That's the next video. The exact federal rights airlines count on seniors never knowing, and the magic phrases that unlock every single one. See you there.